I've come on the eBay course with Lewis Wade and kind of want to learn to really import products from China in a way that gives a bulk business and selling different types of products.
We went to school together and we've always wanted to do something together. We've known that we're both into the sort of same things, into computers, eBay, internet, online selling, whatnot. We've always, since school, we've said, yeah, we want to go out and run our own business together, start being our own boss, etc.
I've done a lot of service-based work and I wanted to do something more to do with products to break that time for money relationship. So I thought this was a really good way of like expanding my business.
Yeah, just to take it up to the next level, kind of take it to the next stage, but also to meet new people.
Obviously, I was a bit sceptical. There's obviously loads of people out there that sort of say get-rich-quick schemes and whatever. But I had to read into it. Obviously, spent about a few hours just looking over it, reading about Lewis and what he'd done, and it looked like obviously it was someone that had done it, and obviously he wasn't saying I'm going to make you rich overnight, and obviously you had to put a bit of work into it, which obviously showed that you've got to put effort into it, which obviously makes sense.
It helped us grow quite a bit, I think, just in this one day. It's made us a bit more mature on what to do, what not to do. A lot of things which we were sceptical about, which I would have thought we would have bumped into these things running the business. Lewis and Adam have already told us that this is how it works, this is what you could these are the problems and this is how you overcome them. So
it's kind of revitalised my energy for it, and it makes you realise how easy it is actually. Even though there's a lot of information, a lot of data, it can be done, and we've gone through all the sort of pitfalls and the checklists, which is good to know before you've spent a load of money on it. But it's also quite exciting to know that you can bring a lot of products in that people are actually wanting and actually be able to sell it.
As soon as I saw Import2Ebay and read about it and read that they're going to tell us about the scams and whatnot, tell us all the nitty-gritty, and obviously with the 12-month help as well, and the personal support that Lewis and Adam provide, I knew that I could take it further and start working into it.
The actual logistics of shipping the product is so much more. You really got to get to grips with it if you're running your own business, because that's where you think you could really trip up if you didn't know the information. So I guess really coming here, you meet someone like Adam, who's going to be the importer from China for you. He's really going to safeguard you, so when you're spending your money, you know exactly what you're going to be spending.
And I think that for everyone here, it's very useful to have the backup, saying, well, if I try and do, I don't know, a flying helicopter, is it going to work, or is it a really daft idea, and how am I going to get tripped up by a certain Chinese supplier? So I think that those are the kind of things that will give you confidence.
Learn a lot of information in one day, which is really helpful, and then you get the 12 months of support afterwards. So if the penny didn't drop or something happens when you're actually importing, you've got a safety net that will tell you, that's there for the full 12 months. So it makes it, great value and takes all the stress out of it.
It's only day one of the course anyway today, so sort of this is the beginning. I think a lot of it stems on what Adam can bring to it as well. Obviously the support that Lewis can give you, and having someone there out there to obviously overlook what you're bringing over. I think the 12 months is what appeals, just rather than just a course for the day.
It gives you a support structure. You've got other people who are in the game and you're learning experiences and sharing, so yeah.
I mean, it's the more sensible choice rather than jump in the deep end, and obviously like they showed in the presentation, rather than lose money and learn your lessons that way. Obviously they've been through it and they're there to tell you the mistakes that you could make before you do make them anyway, so you're saving money in that sense. It just makes sense anyway.
You could Google for answers, or you could get a book off Amazon or whatever, but it's actually the problem solving part and the support and the confidence that you get from having experienced people in your team. That makes all the difference.
Yeah, you still have got to do it, but you've got someone that you can actually ring up and ask.
Yeah, the only way that you learn is where you have a good apprentice and a good teacher.
Coming here, obviously you know the problems you could potentially come into, and obviously you know beforehand rather than find out at a later date and pay a higher price. So I think it's definitely worth it, yeah.